Good morning, dear children. Today we will continue our chapter 4 Realms of the Earth. Okay, in our previous class, we have done with the topics Realms of the Earth, lithosphere, right? And we have structure of the earth here, lithosphere. We have layers of lithosphere, and in today's class, we are going to learn hydrosphere. Okay, see, hydrosphere means water. Okay, hydrosphere is the sphere of water. Hydrosphere is nothing but water. Okay, it covers nearly 71% of the earth's surface. See, this is hydrosphere. Yes, this hydrosphere means water covers 71% of the earth's surface. Hence, the earth is known as blue planet. This why this water is covered, this 71% of water is covered on the earth's surface. That's why the earth is known as the blue planet. See, this is our earth. 71% of the earth is covered with water. So, this is called as, the earth is called as the blue planet. Hydrosphere includes oceans, rivers and lakes on the surface of the land. On the surface of the land, we have so many like seas, oceans, rivers, lakes, right? So, hydrosphere includes all these. It also includes water in the aquifers under the ground. It includes water in the aquifers under the ground. So, under the ground we have some water. So, it includes water in the aquifers under the ground. So, we will store them under the ground. So, this hydrosphere includes even aquifers under the ground, clouds in the air and snow and glaciers on mountain peaks. See, clouds in the air and on mountain peaks we have snow and glaciers. So this hydrosphere includes even these clouds in the air and snow and glaciers on the mountain peaks. Okay. Water in all its forms is constantly moving. Yes, obviously water is moving wherever it has. Water in rivers and oceans move into the atmosphere and then goes back to the rivers and oceans. We know when due to the heat the water gets heated, and in the form of vapor it goes upwards and forms the clouds, and the with the movement in the clouds we have rainfalls, and again that rain comes back to the rivers and oceans. This continuous movement of water is known as the water cycle. So this continuous movement of the water is known as water cycle. Water cycle consists of 3 stages: evaporation, condensation and precipitation. See, what is meant by evaporation? Process by which water transforms to water vapor. See, this is what the process by which water transfers into water vapor, we call it as evaporation. Next one is condensation, process by which water vapor transfers to water. So, process by which water vapor transforms to water, we call it as condensation. So, this is what the water vapor will convert into water. This is called condensation. We can see it clearly, right? And next one is precipitation. Any form of water falling on earth, we call it as precipitation from clouds like this. We call any form of water falling on earth is called precipitation. And next, see the atmosphere. Atmosphere is the realm of earth. Yes, atmosphere is nothing but air. It is basically a mixture of gases. So, some mixture of gases together form atmosphere. It includes nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, water vapor and various other gases. So, here a mixture of gases means nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, water vapor and various other gases. So, atmosphere envelopes the earth like a blanket. So, atmosphere covers the earth like a blanket and acts as a gigantic filter, keeping out harmful rays of the sun. So, it acts as a filter in order to prevent us from harmful rays of the sun. Like the lithosphere, the atmosphere too has a layered structure. So we have, in lithosphere we have some layered structure. Like lithosphere, the atmosphere is also having a layered structure. From the ground towards the sky, the layer of the atmosphere are troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, ionosphere and exosphere. See, I will show it here. This is the layer of the atmosphere. Okay, like lithosphere we has the layers of atmosphere. See, first one is troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere or ionosphere. Okay, exosphere, right? Atmosphere supports life on earth. Yes, due to atmosphere we can survive on earth. We breathe oxygen present in the atmosphere. In order to breathe, we need oxygen. Yes, obviously we all know that. Carbon dioxide enables plants to prepare food. Yes, carbon dioxide helps plants to prepare food. And nitrogen, which comprises nearly 79% of the atmosphere. See, this is nitrogen. It comprises nearly 79% of the atmosphere. Atmosphere consists of nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, water vapor and various other gases, right? So most of the atmosphere consists of nitrogen, 79% of the atmosphere. Okay, makes our soil fertile. This nitrogen makes our soil so fertile. Air is essential for survival and we must prevent its pollution. So we know that air is very important for each and every living being for survival. In order to protect, we should prevent pollution. Okay, see in the picture, atmosphere consists of several gases. So 78% of atmosphere is filled with nitrogen, 20.9% of atmosphere is filled with oxygen and 0.90% argon gases and carbon dioxide. 0.03% of carbon dioxide consists in atmosphere and other gases 0.17%. Okay, now see biosphere. Biosphere is the sphere where life exists on earth. Life exists everywhere on land, in air and water. Yes, life exists on land, air and water. So the biosphere overlaps all these spheres. It comprises the world of all the plants and animals including ourselves. Yes, biosphere means sphere where life exists on earth. So it includes plants, animals and human beings. It also comprises the natural surroundings in which all of us interact and influence each other. Hence, the biosphere includes both the living and non-living components. So, these biosphere includes living and non-living components. Okay, any adverse impact of any of its components disrupt the functioning of the entire biosphere. If there is any disturbance of the components of the functioning, so it will impact the entire biosphere. For example, deforestation destroys the habitat of animals living in the forest. So this is what biosphere. So life exists on the biosphere. Okay, so here deforestation of plants destroys the habitat of animals living in the forest. So if there are no plants, animals cannot live there. It removes the food and fodder supply of the people dependent on those trees. Even human beings also depend on those trees. So due to deforestation, there will be no food and fodder supply to the people who depend on those trees. Lack of trees gives rise to rampant floods and mud flows. Yes, due to deforestation and lack of trees, due to lack of trees, we can see floods and mud flows like this. So we have to protect plants. Okay,